Okay, real quick, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This is for Tuesday, August the 10th. Here's the list of securities that are in play for Tuesday, August the 10th. The first one, it's highlighted here. You'll notice that there are three like it. It's BP stock, the Euro currency, and the Canadian dollar, Forex. Notice how these three are highlighted in red. Those are the selling short entries for the day. Everything else which is highlighted in green is your long entries. So made it a little bit easier for you to quickly look at it and see what's to buy and what's to sell today. Let's go over it. On BP stock, we have a selling short entry at $40.81, putting your stop at $41.62. We're noticing that this one is sort of like in a consolidated range. Looks like it's going to build a nest short term into the Kumo cloud. So we're looking to sell the top of that range. So should be able to at least pick up $1.50 on that one. The next one we have here is the crude oil futures. That's a buy at $81.81 with a stop at $80.65. And on this one, we're expecting a pretty powerful breakout. We're looking to put in another pulse wave here. So, strap in your seatbelt on that one. All right, the next one is the Dow Jones. Looking at the diamonds, ticker symbol DIA. Looks like this one wants to move up a little bit more too. We're buying it at 107.40 with a stop of 106.60 on this one. The next one we have here is the eMini S&P 500 futures. This one is going along at 1129.65 with a stop of 1120.49. And again, we key off the cash prices, so as you execute it on the futures, you're going to actually go long at 1129.75 with a stop of 1120.5. That's how you have to do that, because remember, the S&P 500 futures, the eMini, moves in quarter increments. So 11.29 even, 11.29 and a quarter, 11.29 and a half, 11.29.75, 11.30. Okay, so that's how that moves. On the Forex side, the excuse me, this is selling short the euro at 132.10 with a stop of 133.12. Short term on this one as well, short term pullback. On the British pound Forex, this one we have a possible pulse wave. Now it's funny because the euro and the pound move together supposedly. They're correlated, but sometimes you'll get these cross signals. One will get filled and the other one won't. So here's an example. Let's say the euro short gets filled and the market moves in that favor. That means you're not gonna. There's like a almost 100% chance you will not get filled on this long position on the British pound, and vice versa. And that's okay. Placing orders and not getting filled is great. That just means that the market wasn't ready to do what we anticipated, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of it, so it's good. All right, just wanted to point that out. All right, the eMini NASDAQ 100 futures long at 1919.50 with a stop of 1902. Make that 1902 even. The eMini NASDAQ is increments of 0.5. So that's how you do that one. All right, the New Zealand dollar. On this one here, you're gonna go long the Kiwi at 73.42 with a stop of 72.62. Again, possible pulse wave. That means that the breakout could be pretty substantial. So we'll try to ride it for all it's worth. Likewise, on the NASDAQ 100 ETF, the QQQ, going along at 47.21 with a stop of 46.77. I don't know how much leg we got left in the stock market, but we're going to ride it for all it's worth. All right. The next one is the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol SPY. Again, going along 113.22 with a stop of 112.27. The next one we have is the bonds, ticker symbol TLT, long at 99.99 with a stop of 99.59. this one should be one of those where we can get a nice pulse wave here. Now, I want to point this out since we're talking about bonds real quick. You know, Tuesday is FOMC, so we're gonna see what happens on this one. For the most part, you can play it by ear. You can put trades on and don't worry about it, or you can choose not to. Depending on how I'm operating on days like that, sometimes I'll stay out of the market until like 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, just because, you know, when that 2:15 thing comes out, you know, the markets can get volatile, quite volatile. Traditionally, we really haven't seen markets really do that in over 10 years. But those of you who follow my videos know that, you know, back in 2000, we rocked and rolled, baby. I don't anticipate anything like that unless there's some kind of shock, which I don't think it's going to be, because the Fed has already indicated that they want to keep things the way they are. They don't want to raise rates or anything like that. So I don't foresee any shocks to the system per se. All right. The next one here is selling short the Canadian dollar at 102.53. Possible pulse wave in the making. So that means we anticipate some pretty substantial gains here, meaning that we could drop below par. That would be great for our short order. All right, the next one is the USO, United States Oil Fund ETF. Ticker symbol USO, going long at 36.56 with a stop of 36.12. Again, trying to pull out whatever the market wants to give us. Hopefully it's at least $1.50. On the Dow, the mini Dow futures, ticker symbol YM. That's along at 10,723.46 with a stop of 10,645.87. So hopefully we can pick up at least, you know, I try to shoot for at least 50 points on the mini Dow futures. Of course, if you get a full 100 points, that's $500 a contract. Not bad, huh? All right, that's pretty much it on the entry points for today. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video, and I'm also going to post this on the blog. Just remember, like I said, sometimes I get really backed up, I get really busy, and I don't have time to always do a video. But I do post the InPlay printout to the blog where you can print this out and you know, peruse it at your leisure. All right, so just remember, always check back at the blog if you don't see a video from me. Always do that, because sometimes I have a lot more information on the blog than I have time to put in the video. All right, until then, remember, take what you can, give nothing back.